Hey there, this is Red. It's time for another episode of Red Plays. All right, so we've got Quicksilver still out on the board, and thus far we are one win against Standard Rhino and one loss against Expert Rhino. So I was kind of excited last game for Avalanche to come into play, but Avalanche managed to insight two, and then his scheme insights one, and we kind of thwarted out at that point in time. So Rhino schemed out, and that was kind of the end of the game. So I have to be careful of that aspect of the game because not only are there two advances in there that can cause me problems, if Avalanche comes into play, he can cause me problems too. So I really have to watch the threat while I'm playing against Rhino. So this wouldn't be as much of a problem in a multiplayer game, but solo Rhino, yeah, that's a problem. All right, so I think we're set up. We've got Rhino out there. He's got 15 hit points. When we start with Rhino 2, we start with breaking and taking out there, which has got 3 on it because it's 2 plus the 1 for one player. We've got a break-in out there. I think all we need is our 6 cards. So let's see what we come up with here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See what our starting hand looks like. We've got a maximum velocity. Oh, this is looking a little bit similar to last game. But we've got the armored vest, which I would like to get out there. We've got a maximum velocity. We've got to always be running. Or we can go after the multiple man, which would be interesting also. So things that I could look at would be, I can get a maximum velocity out there. I can get armored vest, and I could pull off an always be running. That looks like a fairly good combo to start with. I think we'll go ahead and let's go that route. So let's do it. All right, we'll stick with this hand. We'll call it good. I could get rid of this card and this card and see if I pull anything better. What better would I pull? I don't think I want to risk it because I think these are good expenses. These are good things to spend on these cards, and I would like to play them. So let's not get rid of them because then I may actually get something that I don't want to spend as a resource. All right. So we're going to go. We're not going to mulligan anything. We're not going to use Pietro's ability to discard cards. We're just going to go from here. So we're going to switch over to Quicksilver. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use some strength to play maximum velocity. So let's remember what maximum velocity does. It gives me +2 thwart, attack, and defense until the end of the round. So this is going to last all the way to the end of the round. So let's put some little modifiers out there. Let's grab these. We're going to use our little acceleration tokens to say I've got +2, so I remember I've got that till the end of the round. All right. Now, we need to get breaking and taken out of there, or it'd be nice to get breaking and taken out of there. So why don't we go ahead and we will thwart for 2. And then I can use my ability to untap because Quicksilver can, after you use one of Quicksilver's basic powers, thwart attack or defense, ready him, limit once per phase, which is fantastic. So then I'm going to go ahead and thwart again, and we're going to get rid of our breaking and taken. We're going to use multiple man to put our armored vest out there, and then we're going to do an always be running, which is going to ready Quicksilver. So we're going to ready up again, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll punch for... Ooh, I'm doing this wrong. I need to go back. Whoa. Got to remember, I got +2, so 3. So I only needed to do 1 thwart on the breaking and taken. Then I can punch for 3, and then I punch for 3 again, and we'll knock him down to 9 at the get-go. Okay. I'm doing bad math there. +2, 1 plus 2 is not 2, it's 3. So let's work on our math this game. That's what we're going for. Okay. That worked out really well. So we're going to be done with that round. We're going to draw back up to 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand size 5 on Quicksilver there. Showing my 9 hit points. I've got my vest out there, so actually I've got a defense of 4 going into this round. That's pretty impressive. All right, let's see what we've got. We've got accelerated reflex, another armored vest. Oh, we have reinforced sinew and accelerated reflex both. I'm only going to be able to get one of them out there. Probably the accelerated reflex, I would imagine. Okay. We're going to go over to Rhino's turn. So what's going to happen first off for Rhino is he's going to get his break-in is going to go up by 1. So 1 threat on the main scheme. Next up, Rhino's going to see Quicksilver out there and want to come attack, and we will defend against that. So right now we've still got that +2 bonus hanging around. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So working on the basic math, I think we're okay. Rhino's attacking for 3. He's going to get a boost card. So his boost is going to be +2. So he's actually going to do 3 plus 2 is 5. I'm blocking for 4. I'm going to take 1 damage, unless there's nothing I can do about that. All right. I'm going to take 1. I do get to untap because I used my basic ability. Once per phase, I get to do that. So we're done there. We're going to draw our encounter card. Encounter card is, whoa, it's a charge. Ooh, we're looking at some big damage there. All right. Next round, he's going to come at me pretty hard. You get a +3. That's a big attack. Okay, so we're done with the Rhino. We're back over to the hero side. Our +2 goes away because that is the end of the round after the villain phase. So we're back over to the hero side of the board. Hero side of the board, what are we looking at here? So one thing is I can't play another armored vest. I can only wear 1 vest. I have both of these that I want to get out there. And I think I want to get the additional defense out there. So we're going to use we're going to use our armored vest. And do we use our double time or our nerves of steel? I think we're going to use our double time to play accelerated reflex. So we're going to get that defense going because I think we're going to play the Quicksilver last, try to last this out game. All right, now I've got Nerves of Steel and Reinforced Sinew, which I would kind of like to both get them out, but I think I need to be looking for my Serval Industries in there. So I'm probably going to let one of those cards go. I'll probably hold on to my Reinforced Sinew. All right, so I need to figure out what I want to do with Quicksilver. So I think what we'll do with Quicksilver is right now we're just attacking for 1 and we're thwarting for 1 because we have no other bonuses out there. So I think we will exhaust to thwart for 1. And then I get a free ready. And then I will exhaust to attack for 1 and knock him down 1. All right, so at this point I could go over to Pietro to potentially avoid the charge, but he's going to scheme. And I think with our 3 defense, I think we're going to go ahead and take the hit this next round. Try to defend out of it. All right, not sure if that's a good idea or not, but we're gonna try it and see how it goes. All right, so end of my turn, I am gonna discard the Nerves of Steel, and I'm gonna draw 4. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's interesting. All right, villain's turn. What do we do in the villain's turn? So first thing, 1 threat on the main scheme. Now, Rhino's attacking for 6, and he's got the charge going on. Ouch. And he would overkill, but I don't have an ally to be in the way. So we're going to go ahead and defend. I'm going to defend, but I get to ready after I defend. So we're defending for 1, 2, 3. Rhino's attacking for 6 base. He's going to get a boost of none. What a great time to get an advance. Yes. All right. So he's going to attack for 6 base. I'm going to block for 3, so I'm going to take 3. So we're up to 4 on the damage track. All right, and the charge goes away. All right, next up we need an encounter card. So our encounter card is I'm tough. Give Rhino a tough status card. If he has it, it's going to surge. Bring it, says Rhino. All right, so he's going to need a tough status card. Okay, that's the end of Rhino's turn. We're back over to the hero's turn. Okay, so we've got our Reinforced Sinew we can get out there, and I think we want to get that out there. Let's get us a little boost for our attack out there. It gives us +1 attack. Now we could speed Cyclone him for 1, which would stun him. Or we could attack 3 times with always be running. They're only doing 2 attacks each, so I don't know that I want to spend that right now. Or I could get my Nerves of Steel out there and work on playing some of my defense events, which I have in the deck. I think we're going to get the Nerves of Steel out there. Let's do a little bit of building. That's going to clear our hand out and ideally get us closer to our Serval Industries. All right, so we're going to attack with Quicksilver. That's going to exhaust us when we get to ready up and get rid of the tough. And then we're going to attack with Quicksilver again, and this time we're attacking for 1. Plus 1 is 2. And knock him down to 6. All right. And then we're exhausted. All right. Do I want to go alter ego side? No, I think I'm all right. So we're going to be done. I'm going to unexhaust. And we're going to get 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. There's some good stuff. Serval Industries is one of the things that I wanted. Finally, we got to it. All right, so we go over to Rhino's turn. First thing, Rhino's going to put a threat on the main scheme. And Rhino's going to look to attack Quicksilver. Quicksilver is going to defend, and then I get to unexhaust. So I'm defending for 1, 2, 3. I can use... I'm going to go ahead and use my Nerves of Steel to play Never Back Down, which is going to give me +2 defense for this attack. So I'm going to play this card right here, which says, when you defend against an attack, you get +2 defense for this attack. If you take no damage from this attack, stun the attacking enemy. All right, so right now I am defending for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Rhino's coming at me for 3. He's going to boost for 2 more, so that's a total of 5. But my Never Back Down, we're going to end up at 0, which means that Rhino's stunned because he didn't do any damage to me. I like that. That worked out well. All right. Next up, encounter card. It's going good. Counter card. I say that as I'm about to flip the encounter card. Counter card is Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either place 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. 2 damage or 1 threat. I think we'll go with the 1 threat on the main scheme. All right. So that is the end of the villain's turn, and we're over to the hero turn. So what do we do in hero-wise this turn? So right now I attack for 2. So I think I'm going to go ahead and attack and take out the Hydra Bomber. There's 2 damage there. And I get to ready up. And then I'm going to thwart for 1. Take 1 off of the break-in. Now, this is where it gets a little bit dicey because Rhino can potentially scheme for 4 on his turn, which shouldn't knock out the break-in. Or I can still stay Quicksilver, but I'd kind of like to start using that Serval Industries, and I would kind of like to heal. But he is stunned this round, so maybe I should play on that stunned and sit for a round so I can clear some things up. So I've also got Warlock. Warlock, I can spend a mental resource and heal him back up. So he's 3 cost, he's got 3 health, 1 thwart, 1 attack. Mental, heal up to 2 damage from Warlock. So with 1 thwart and 1 attack, he's okay. I don't think he's great in this deck. He would be great in a deck where I could pump him up a little bit, or maybe some allies would do some stuff for him. But I don't know that he's all that fantastic in this deck. All right. So, where are we at here? We took out the Hydra Bomber. We took off 1 threat. I think we're going to play our Serval Industries. Let's go ahead and get it out there. Now, the question is going to be, let's go ahead and do our always be running. So we're going to ready Quicksilver. So we're up. Now the question is, do I punch for 2 or do I do a recovery? I think that's what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and flip to Pietro. We're going to do a rest and we're going to rest for 3. All right, hopefully we can get through this next round without too many problems. We're going to go ahead and use our Serval Industries. Put 2 cards back in. So let's see here. We've got 2 always be run-ins, 3 always be run-ins. I think we got to put 2 always be run-ins back in. Let's see here. And I got 1 maximum velocity there. There's just 1 maximum velocity out. Yeah, looks like 1 maximum velocity. So we can still get some good velocity going. All right, so let's get these back in there. Serval Industries is an amazing card. So exhaust Serval Industries, shuffle 2 Quicksilver cards from your discard pile into your deck. So nice. All right, we're going to be done. Hopefully it doesn't scheme and then advance. That would be awful. Okay. I'm going to go over the villain's turn. Oh, I forgot I put 1 on there. So he's going to be at 3. All right, so we're at 3. He's going to scheme. He's scheming for 1. He's going to get a boost of 1. So we're going to scheme for 2. All right, we skated past that. It's up to 5. Let's see what our encounter card is. Our encounter card is false alarm. When revealed, you are confused. If you're already confused, this card gains surge. I am not confused, but now I am. And I forgot to draw my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay. All right, so that is the end of the villain's turn, and we're back over to the hero turn. All right, what are we doing hero-wise? We have a civic duty, we've got an adrenaline rush, we've got an always be running, and a maximum velocity. All sorts of fun things that we can do. Actually, okay, so let's think about this. I can use his ability to draw 2 cards. I get rid of 2 cards and I draw 2 cards. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of multiple man and never back down. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use Serval Industries. And let's put another always be running, and we're going to put our maximum velocity back in there. All right. We're winding up for the super punch is what we're doing. Now there's that friction resistance I haven't gotten out yet, which would be a really nice card to get out. That would help a ton. All right, we're going to use Pietro's ability. We're going to discard these 2. Do I want to get rid of? Yeah, we'll get rid of never back down. We're going to draw 2. So 1, 2. Okay. We're going to flip on over to Quicksilver. All right, so how do we maximize this round? Because we could have a fun round here. We've got 2 always be run-ins, which we could power up here and here potentially. Maybe we only play 1 and toss a maximum velocity on there. We need to get rid of that threat, I think, is the main thing. And maximum velocity will get us there. So let's go ahead and we will, I'm going to spend 2 to get our maximum velocity going. All right, that's going to boost us up 2. Unfortunately, we're going to have to thwart to get rid of the confused. Then we ready. We're going to thwart again, and now we're thwarting for 3, and no other bonuses. No other bonuses, so we're going to thwart for 3. All right, I'm going to play our always be running. And that's going to ready us up. Now the choice is, do I attack or do I thwart the rest off of there? Kind of want to thwart the rest off of there to be safe. We've seen one advance. We haven't seen our shadows of the past yet. I think we're in this for the long game, so we're going to go ahead and thwart. We're going to thwart again, knock that down to 0. All right, that exhausts us. Then we're done at that point in time, so we're going to unexhaust things. We're going to draw back up to 5 cards. We're going to keep our always be running there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a sidestep. There's our friction resistance. And multiple man. All right, so sidestep says when I would take damage, I can prevent it. That could be kind of handy. All right, big card is the friction resistance in that hand. That's the one that I really wanted. Finally getting that out there. All right, so we're going to go over the villain's turn. Let's cap on the villain's turn. We put 1 threat on the main scheme. And I've got a token. Where's the right token? There it is. Okay. Next up, Rhino's going to see Quicksilver out there. He would come to attack, but he's stunned, so that doesn't happen.
This week I'm celebrating National
Uh-oh.
the Dog Day.
My echo's going off.
I mean, Pep, step.
All right, so we're going to continue on. Hopefully that's not too loud in the background there. So Rhino was going to attack us, but he was stunned. Now we need an encounter card. Counter card is Need for Speed. All right, so you can flip to alter ego form, exhaust Pietro, remove it from the game, or I can exhaust my identity. You cannot ready your identity until the turn ends. Discard. Oh, I don't like the second option, so we're going with the first option there. So we're going to flip to alter ego, and we're going to exhaust Pietro. All right, we're going to flip. We're exhausted. Need for Speed. All right, that's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn. And that's okay, actually. I don't mind that too much because we can do a couple of things here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do 1, 2, 3 and get our friction resistance into play. All right, so friction resistance is kind of the awesome Quicksilver card there. So after you ready Quicksilver, ready this card. All right, then since we happen to be on Pietro, we're going to go ahead and use our Serval Industries. Let's go put a couple of cards back in there. So we have an always be running and a maximum velocity right there. Let's get those back in there. All right. Now, do I go over to Quicksilver at this point? Oh, these have gone away because those were last round. Do I go over to Quicksilver at this point and potentially take a shot or two? If I take 2 shots, it wouldn't be too bad. I think we will. I think we'll go over to Quicksilver. All right, so we're going to flip over to Quicksilver. And then we're going to be done. So we're going to unexhaust, unexhaust. We're going to draw back up to 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got one of our maximum velocities and an energy, which is a nice combo. We also have a double time out there, so that's kind of fun. All right, we put 1 threat on the main scheme, so it's going to pop up to 2 because we're over the villain side. All right, Rhino is going to see Quicksilver out there. Going to come attack. We're going to defend, but we get to untap right after that. So he's attacking for 3. We're defending for 1, 2, 3. He's going to get a boost card. This boost card is going to be 1. So we're going to take 1 total damage. All right, so we're up to 2. Then we're going to draw a counter card. Counter card is a Hydra Mercenary. All right. And he's got guard. All right. End of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero's turn. All right, so I think we maximum velocity this round, and we try to lay down the law here a little bit. All right, so here's where we're going with this. We're gonna do a maximum velocity. That's gonna give us our +2s. All right, +2s across the board. So right now we're attacking for 1, 2, 3. Well, let's think about this. All right. Before I rip off that maximum velocity, right now I'm attacking for 2. So we attack for 2. I could do an adrenaline rush. If I adrenaline rush, I would get +1 attack until the end of phase, which means I would be attacking for 3. So I could use friction resistance to put adrenaline rush into play. And I could attack for 3 and take out the guard. Let's do that. All right. So we're going to exhaust friction resistance to generate a physical resource, and we're going to put adrenaline rush into play. All right, so now we've got adrenaline rush into play, and we actually would attack. Well, if I discard it, we're going to start attacking for 3. Ooh. If I maximum velocity at this point in time, then I'm attacking for 5. Which is going to leave me 1 short of taking out Rhino, which is so super annoying. So do I just do 3 and then hit the Hydra Mercenary? Yeah, so we're going to spend it all at Adrenaline Rush. That's going to give me +1 attack. All right, when I do that, I'm going to attack and hit the Hydra Mercenary for 3. That's going to take the Hydra Mercenary out. All right, I'm going to ready up, which readies up my friction resistance. Now's the thing. Now I can hit Rhino for 3, or I could double time it. Yeah, let's do that. So I think what we're gonna do, so double time is gonna deal 2 damage to an enemy. I could knock him down to 4. Or I could do double time twice, which would knock him down. All right, I think we are going to play double time. So we're going to do double time, and we're going to do 2 threat off the main scheme. And then we're going to do 2 damage to Rhino. So we're going to knock him down from 6 down to 4. The numbers aren't working out exactly like I like them to be. Okay. So next up, I can exhaust to attack. I've already used my 1 exhaust and ready. So I've got 1 always be running there. How many more do I have in my deck? I've got 3 more in my deck still. I've got 3 more in my deck. Plus I still have another maximum velocity in there. Okay. So I think we're going to exhaust and attack for 3. So we're going to knock Rhino down to 1. We're going to go ahead and use our friction resistance to play our always be running, which is going to let me ready up. I'm going to ready up Quicksilver, which allows me to ready up my friction resistance. And then we're going to go ahead and attack again. This time we attack for 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. So we attack for 3 again. This is going to take Rhino out. So Rhino 2 is going to go away. Rhino 3 comes out. So Rhino 3 says, toughness. This character enters play with the tough status card. When revealed, stun each hero. So he's going to get tough. And I'm going to get stunned. All right. We're going to hold on to our maximum velocity. All right, so we're going to be done at the end of our turn. Yep. That's going to go away. This is going to go away. And we are ready for cards. We need cards. I'm going to draw 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we didn't get our big setup, but we got a sidestep here. Oh, we got Order and Chaos too, which could counter a treachery card. All right, I think we're going to be sidestepping to try to get rid of that tough this round is what we're going to end up doing. But all right, so villain's turn. What's going to happen on the villain's turn? We're going to put 1 threat on the main scheme. All right, Rhino is going to look to attack Quicksilver. Quicksilver is going to defend, but then ready up. We're also, yeah. So we're going to defend. We're defending for 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going to take some damage from Rhino. So Rhino's attacking for 4. He's going to get a boost of none. So it looks like currently we have 1 damage going through. We're going to use our Nerves of Steel to play Sidestep, which says when you would take any amount of damage, prevent 3 of that damage. If you paid for this card using an energy resource, which is what Nerves of Steel provides, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we can use that 1 damage to take the tough off of Rhino. Okay, so that was Rhino's attack. Next up, we've got Rhino's going to do an encounter card. All right, encounter card is Assault. The villain attacks you. Uh-oh. Oop, I should be readied up after that. So he's going to attack me again. Well, that wasn't part of the plan. All right, so do we go ahead and exhaust at this point in time? I don't have anybody out there to help me with that. I think I need to exhaust at this point in time because he's attacking for 4. He gets a boost. He could potentially take me out because he could do 7. So we're going to have to exhaust to defend again. So we're defending for 1, 2, 3. He's attacking for 4. He's going to get a boost of 3. Yikes. All right, so he's attacking for 7. I'm defending for 3, so I'm going to take 4. Ouch. One of those things where I thought I had it in hand, and now it's quickly going the wrong direction. All right, I need to make sure to give him hit points too. He should be at 16. Let me get that out there real fast. All right, 10. I would have noticed that real quick when I tried to do damage to him, but there we go. He's at 16. All right, so where are we at here? This is going kind of crazy. Where's my, there we go. Okay. I move my mouse around so I can see everything better. All right. That's the end of the villain's turn. Did not go very well for me. Let's see here. What are we going to do on my turn? So I am exhausted this turn, which is rough when I'm Quicksilver. That's not supposed to be part of the plan. I think what we will do is we're going to go ahead. Do I do that? Yeah. I think we're going to use our friction resistance to play our always be running, which is going to ready us up. All right, so when we ready up, our friction resistance comes back up. All right, at that point in time, we're going to attack to get rid of our stunned. And then we will do our free ready up when we use a basic power. All right, we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to get Scarlet Witch into play. All right, for each boost icon, Scarlet gets +1 to the power for that use. All right, I think what we're going to do at that point in time is we will flip over to Pietro. I'm going to do a rest. And I'm going to have Scarlet Witch go ahead and attack. So when you use one of Scarlet Witch's basic powers, discard the top card of the encounter deck, for each boost icon on this card. Scarlet Witch gets +1 to power for this use. She's attacking for 1. She's getting a boost card, which gives her 2 more, and it was a master plan. I like that. So that's going to do 3 damage to Rhino. So we're going to take him from 16 down to 13. All right. And she gets 1 consequential. We will use our Serval Industries to put 2 cards back in. How many cards do we have in here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. All right, so what do we put back in there? Let's put a maximum velocity and always be running back in there. Wouldn't that be weird to put back in there? All right, we'll shuffle these back in. And we're going to be done and do lots of cleanup, and hopefully we don't get a scheme out here. I'm just riding on the edge. There's just so many things where Rhino could scheme out in a turn. He's got a couple opportunities to do that, so things look good, but they could go badly so quickly. All right, so we're gonna pick all of our tokens up, so we're unexhausted. Unexhausted, unexhausted, unexhausted. We're gonna draw 6 cards. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Villain's turn. 1 threat on the main scheme. Put the 2. All right, Rhino is going to see Pietro out there, so he's going to scheme. He's going to scheme for 1. He's going to get a boost of 1, so he's going to scheme for 2. All right, so we're up to 4 on the break-in. All right, next up, let's see what that encounter card is. So the encounter card is Gang Up. Alter Ego, this card gains Surge. All right, so it's going to Surge. I'll grab another card. The next card is Sandman, and he's going to come into play with Tough. Okay. That is probably one of the best things that could have happened. All right. All right, there's a Tough Sandman in play. So the next question is going to be, how much damage can I do in a round? Because I've kind of got this set up, and we've got 3 always be runs and a maximum velocity. So I think we're going to be doing some damage this round is how that's going to work. All right, so that's the end of the villain's turn. We're over to the hero turn. We are... Do I discard 2 to draw 3? Yeah, let's go ahead. Since I've got Scarlet Witch out there, we're going to use Pietro to discard 2. We're going to get rid of these 2 to draw 3. So we're going to draw 1, 2. Oh, another maximum velocity. We're going to give him another encounter card. And we get to draw a 3rd card. All right. You know what I should have done is use my Serval Industries before I did that. That's all right. Got about everything I could want out there. Really what I was kind of hoping for was a double resource, but that's all right. The advantage of getting the extra card there is ideally gives me more resources to do stuff. If I were to pull a double resource, it would be amazing, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going to pull out another it's a Warlock. Okay. All right, let's spool up Quicksilver and see what we can do for damage this round. All right, let's start off with Scarlet Witch here. I'm going to double make sure we don't have a guard there. Nope. All right, so we're going to start off with Scarlet Witch. We'll have Scarlet Witch go ahead and attack. She attacks for 1. She's going to get some boost icons, and she gets 1 boost icon. So she's attacking for 2. All right, it's going to knock him down to 11, and she goes up to 2 on the consequential damage list. All right, now it's time for Quicksilver to get going. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a friction resist. We're going to do 1 from the friction resistance, 1 from Warlock, to get a maximum velocity going. All right, so that's going to spin us up to +2. Oh, I can't do 2 maximum velocities because it's max 1 per phase. So I'm kind of out of luck there. So I'm attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. All right, so let's see how much damage we can do. We're gonna, we'll make some counters here at the bottom. So let's see here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna exhaust to attack for 4. So let's see here. There's 4. We're doing 4. We're going to use our normal unexhaust, which gets friction resistance ready. All right, then we're going to attack again. Oh, sorry, that wasn't, is that for 4? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, so we're going to attack again. So we attack for 4 more. So now we're up to 8. All right, we're going to use our friction resistance to play and always be running, which is going to ready up Quicksilver. When Quicksilver readies up, I ready up my friction resistance. We're going to attack for 4 more. So now we're going to go up to 12 and go from 8 to 12. We're going to use our friction resistance to play and always be running to ready up Quicksilver, which readies up friction resistance. We're going to attack with Quicksilver for 4 more. So now we're up to 16. All right, we're going to use our friction resistance to play and always be running to ready up Quicksilver, which readies up friction resistance. And we're going to exhaust again to attack for another 4, which is going to put us at, oh, do I even have that? I don't have that icon out here, that little token. It's going to put us at 20. Oh, wait. So we're at 16. We're going to go up to 20. All right, so we're hitting for 20. Is there anything else I can do? Well, I can use my friction resistance and spend maximum velocity to put hyper perception into play. I get bonus thwart, but it doesn't really matter because we're doing 20 damage and he's got 11 life left. So we just cruise right on through Rhino. So there we go. That's the pre-con Quicksilver deck taking out Expert Rhino. So that's pretty awesome. That's when the pre-con deck can take out the expert level stuff, that's nice. It's not supposed to normally be that way. Usually you're supposed to kind of feel like you have a good chance against standard with the pre-con deck. Expert, in order to get that kind of good feeling, normally you're going to be custom building the deck, and I feel like Quicksilver's got a pretty good chance against Rhino there in expert mode. So I'm not sure. At this point in time, it's going to be time to switch on to some other villains. So I've played a lot of Rhino recently, so I think next up is going to be either I'm going to construct up a Wasp deck or a Quicksilver deck, and we'll move on to one of the other villains, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to go after at this point in time. I think we're going to move out of the core set. Maybe we'll do, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not sure. It'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise to me. So we'll figure out which one to do in our next playthrough. So, and that's kind of the great thing about Quicksilver there is once everything gets rolling, he can just pound out the damage. I think where this game was a lot different than last game was getting that Serval Industries out. When it's in the bottom of your stack of cards, that's horrible. That's like Iron Man's armor being all in the last few cards of his deck. It's just Serval Industries is so important to this deck to get things running. And then if you've got a couple of I can see why you actually would potentially want to run 2 armored vests in there, because getting that +1 boost to defense for Quicksilver is huge. Having only 1 defense, you would think he doesn't defend he wouldn't be able to defend much that's going on, but that free defense is just massive in this game. Being able to defend every round like that is just crazy. And then as you work it up to 2 defense and 3 defense, which puts him on par with a lot of other heroes out there, he's just amazing in the defense realm. But which is kind of like Quicksilver, right? He's like dodging all over the place, doing his thing. He should be able to defend like everything. I would somebody that's got Retaliate, I would hate to go up against a Retaliate person with Quicksilver because he does a bunch of attacks, and each of those attacks doing damage back with his ability to only have 9 hit points is probably not a great combo. But anyway, so We'll see where we go next. Should be kind of exciting to build a deck. Haven't done that for a while. It's been all pre-con deck. So let's try to build something. I'll try to build it on camera too, so then you can see a lot of the foolish decisions that I make. So, all right, that's it for now. Let me know if I missed anything in my playthrough, and thanks for watching.